Hey, everybody. I want to tell you a little story. I remember when I was about 23 years old, I had just moved back to Pennsylvania and I lived in an apartment and I was working for EDS at GMAC. And I remember having conversations with a colleague of mine, very smart guy, who was into real estate investing. And he already had several properties. He was a little bit older than me, but not much. And he really had his act together. And I had started to think about buying a house. And so the idea of real estate investing was interesting to me. And I enjoyed our conversations and I learned some stuff from him. But when the time came to buy a house, I think I allowed my nervousness about how hard it would be to be a real estate investor hold me back. And I bought my first townhouse several years later, and I lived there, and it was fine. Um, and then when I met my wife, we bought a house down in Delaware County, and I sold the house, the townhouse up in Montgomery County where I originally lived, which was a huge mistake at the time. And I wish I had never done that. Um, But a lot of that was concerns that real estate investing at the time would be overwhelming. I ended up buying my first investment property 5 years ago. I now have three with partner. Each one is a duplex with two doors, and things are great. But I was in my 40s by the time I did that. And while I would say there's never a bad time to start, and I'm going to be better off that I did it than not doing it, I wish I had started when I thought about it back in my 20s. Let me help you take the anxiety out of becoming a real estate investor. Because I got news for you. Hundreds of thousands of people do it. Individuals like you and me. There is no rocket science to it. Okay. I understand it's scary, but I promise you, after you get the first one and you understand the process, it's really not that big of a deal. And if you don't want to work with tenants directly, that's what property managers are for. Sure, it costs a little money to do the property management thing, but your investment's still worth it, even with paying the property management. Don't let fear hold you back. And if you're thinking about buying your first home, really step back and think about a couple things. Could you buy a duplex and live in one half of it and rent the other half out and cut your costs? Or even if you want to buy a single family home now, is it a home that when you're ready to upgrade, you'll be able to hold on to and rent versus just selling? If you have questions, I'm here to help you with this. I can guide you through this process. There is no reason to fear. I promise that there are people out there who do this, who are less worldly, who know less about the world than you do, and they succeed. You can handle this. Give me a call, 484 442 0295.